fantastic woman, a true patriot, Laura Loomer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Laura. Every day, there's a new story about illegal aliens being pampered, getting free flights, clothes, and cell phones. It's a growing concern, and there's talk that if Kamala Harris gets elected president, America could face an Islamic caliphate. But recently, a story caught fire on the internet. Bill Maher's latest jab, this time at Melania Trump and Laura Loomer. Maher's zinger has had everyone buzzing, sparking a response from Loomer herself, who is now suing the comedian for a staggering $150 million. A punchline that expensive? Well, it could turn into something a lot more complicated. Now, let's set the scene. If Melania were to take action against her husband, imagine the headlines, the drama. Maybe she'd even team up with someone like Jerry Hall, a woman whose life has its own set of complexities. But one thing is certain, the world would pay attention. But back to the topic at hand, Bill Maher's attack. Loomer and Maher have crossed paths before, but this time, the comedian went too far. While doing his usual political humor on HBO, Maher took a swing at Loomer, calling her out as a conspiracy theorist. His comments about her weren't just dismissive, they were downright mocking. He also made a cruel joke about her dating Trump, suggesting that it only happened if she were his daughter. Maher's joke got plenty of laughs from his audience, but not from Loomer. She was furious and took to social media in a storm of posts, criticizing Maher and accusing him of defamation. This set off an internet firestorm. Team Maher brushed it off, claiming it was just a joke, but Team Loomer fired back with cries of injustice. Memes flooded the internet, depicting Maher as Superman and Loomer as a crying baby with Trump looking confused in the background. But Loomer didn't stop there. She decided to go nuclear. She filed a lawsuit, demanding a whopping $150 million in damages. That's enough money to buy a small country, or, if you're Trump, to fund your next failed business venture. But will the lawsuit hold water, or is it just a stunt to grab attention? Legal experts are skeptical, to say the least. They're comparing her case to a bad joke itself. They argue that Loomer has about as much chance of winning as Trump does of growing a full head of natural hair. Here's why. In the world of comedy, it's incredibly difficult to prove that a joke was made with malicious intent, or that it was intended to harm someone's reputation. Maher wasn't offering a sworn testimony. He was just cracking jokes on his HBO show, where humor is supposed to be exaggerated and not taken literally. Moreover, Loomer has to prove that Maher's joke actually harmed her reputation. That's a tough sell. How do you measure damage to someone whose public image has already been built on controversy and extreme views? Her public persona isn't exactly pristine. It's like trying to prove that calling Trump orange damaged his image. The damage, if any, is hardly new territory. Then there's the matter of Trump, the man Loomer is tied to in this case. He's been very hands-off regarding her claims, distancing himself from her actions, which only complicates her case. Trump's public stance has been clear. Loomer is a supporter, and nothing more. It's as if she's been left out in the cold, with no help coming from the person she's trying to align herself with. This lawsuit has turned into a battle over free speech versus hurt feelings. On one side, you have comedians like Maher, who argue that humor should be free and unrestrained. On the other, you have those who believe that their personal feelings should be prioritized, especially if a joke seems to cross a line. It's a clash that's been playing out for years now, with comedians facing increasingly tight scrutiny over their jokes, from Kathy Griffin's infamous photo with a fake Trump head to other instances where humor and politics collided. Comedians have found themselves in the hot seat. And now Loomer is stepping into this realm herself, with the stakes higher than ever. But here's the thing. Loomer's lawsuit might just be giving Maher more material for his next show. It's like feeding a beast that thrives on controversy. Maher has been known to turn real-life events into jokes, and Loomer's legal battle is likely to be a goldmine for him in the future. This whole situation has gone beyond a simple back and forth between a comedian and a political figure. It's A full-blown spectacle that has the potential to spark debates about comedy, free speech, and personal responsibility. Loomer's lawsuit might just be a symbol of how far we've come in a world where humor is scrutinized more than ever, and where everyone has a platform to voice their grievances. While it's hard to say what will happen with the lawsuit, one thing is clear. It's not just about the money. It's about the message Loomer wants to send. She's fighting for her reputation, but in doing so, she's also making a statement about how public figures like Maher wield their influence over others. The outcome of this case will likely set a precedent for similar disputes in the future. If Loomer wins, it could mean that comedians and public figures will have to tread more carefully with their jokes, particularly when it comes to targeting specific individuals. On the flip side, if she loses, it could reaffirm the idea that humor should remain untouchable in the eyes of the law. In the end, this whole saga shows how the lines between politics, entertainment, and personal grievances have blurred. What started as a joke has now become a legal battle, with serious consequences for those involved. It's a reminder that in today's world, you never know when a simple quip might turn into a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. But as this case unfolds, one thing is for sure. The drama isn't going anywhere. Whether you're Team Maher or Team Loomer, the battle is far from over. In fact, it's only just beginning.